Hello, it is Topical Tuesday, July 14th, 2020. Steve Sipress here, and we had a little break in the heat wave, I think. First day under a high of 110 degrees in a couple of weeks, and it is only, I don't know, probably about 105 right now or so. I'll be heading back inside as soon as I finish this video, but I gotta say, I was all prepared to come on and talk about a certain topic here on Topical Tuesday, and then just heard the news. Kanye West has dropped out of the 2020 presidential race. Oh, Kanye, we hardly knew you. Was in the race for a total of 10 days, apparently, announcing that he was running on July 4th, and it's one after the other, these independents this year. First, we had Howard Schultz talked a good game, but then cowardly, no action, didn't even run. Mark Cuban, as usual, all talk, no action. Talks a good game, acts like a big shot. No real, total coward, and won't really run. But he's young, and maybe he'll do something in the future. I mean, after all, Trump, famously talked about running for president, just like Mark Cuban's doing now. Trump talked about it for decades before he surprised everyone by finally saying, "I'm actually going to run." And I think there's still people that think he's kidding. He was just doing it as a publicity stunt and all that kind of stuff. But back to Kanye. What the heck? It's back to just being a billionaire entrepreneur, I guess, and running multiple businesses and being a musical genius and making all kinds of money and having a fantastic life and doing whatever he wants. And why would anybody, certainly nobody in their right mind, would want to take that ridiculous job, which includes having to live in the pit of the disgusting DC swamp and everything that comes with that, and then having to deal with all the swamp dwellers. I mean, look at what Trump dealt with. He hired Paul Manafort and this Roger Stone guy, like other complete swamp dwelling creeps, because you realize after a while, if you're going to navigate the swamp, sometimes you gotta hitch a ride on the back of a swamp-dwelling snake to get you through safely and navigate and to show the rest of the swamp dwellers. That's why Trump brought on Manafort, right? To show the rest of the swamp dwellers that at the time were looking to, have the Electoral College not vote for him. And, of course, any real, the solid leadership of the Republican Party has always been completely anti-Trump and hates Trump. And I'm not just talking about the fact he was a Democrat his whole life, even when he ran supposedly a Republican. Well, every living Republican presidential candidate are the staunchest anti-Trumpers on earth. The Bushes, John McCain, now you see Mitt Romney, at least Paul Ryan did the right thing and bowed out immediately. He served his 2 years, but then he tremendous, unbelievable anti-Trumper who stopped Trump from doing all kinds of things that he wanted. But then Ryan got out of the way. What's his name in Kentucky? The Senate guy? What's his name? Anyway, that guy hates Trump, of course, tremendous anti-Trumper, Mitch McConnell. But he has his own reasons for staying in there, and I think he's even running for re-election again this year because, of course, we know these congressmen, and senators, they ought to be lifetime, cushy, corrupt politicians. And we should never vote them out. No, they should never earn an honest living. They should always just take our money and take our freedoms and overreach with their power and control and self-serving, hypocritical, corrupt activities that both major parties are known for. This is going to be, I have voted in 10 presidential elections as soon as I first became eligible, and I have not yet ever, and can't imagine I ever would, vote for a member of either one of our two entrenched major corrupt, hypocritical, self-serving political parties. I mean, I just can't imagine it. So I was paying special attention to Schultz and Cuban and now Kanye to see, is there going to be, a third-party candidate here? But so far, it doesn't look like it. It looks like there will be Doesn't make sense. Of course, it's totally redundant. There won't be a major independent to challenge Trump, who, of course, is neither a Democrat nor a Republican. The leaders of both parties hate him. They'll try to stop everything he wants to do, which is why it's so much fun to watch, because he is an amazing fighter. I mean, he just won't give up, right? I mean, real supposed political candidates, you're supposed to give up when embarrassing information comes out. Oh, this will shrink Trump. Now we found out he's having an affair and paying off a porn star and doing what? That doesn't stop him. Well, now, they might get his taxes and find out that he hoo-ha, and he's, paid this person and this person. He laundered money. That didn't stop. Man, he went bankrupt over and over, and this and that. He lied every day. He lies 100 times. No, that doesn't stop him. Nothing is stopping this guy from wreaking havoc all over the swamp in both political parties. So a few months to go till the election. We'll see what happens. But at least topic of the news today in the world of politics, the ever fun circus, crazy, ridiculous, hilarious, and really dangerous. And now, because of all the politics around this virus, you see that it's actually costing lives. I mean, in my lifetime, usually politics is all just a corrupt, meaningless game. Both parties are the same. It's always politicians against Americans. Doesn't matter whether they have an R or D. Sometimes they switch back and forth, like Trump and other politicians will switch back and forth in the parties, because the party doesn't matter at all. It's always the politicians against Americans. But now you see that with this whole shutdown and all the, of course, more deaths and more destruction happening from the shutdown and the response to this virus than the virus ever could have come close to causing, probably by a factor of 10 when it's all said and done. Now, the nonsense that's our American politics is getting a little dangerous, or a lot dangerous to a lot of people, and that's too bad. But anyway, I will continue to look at it as I do with sports or movies or any kind of entertainment, just another form of entertainment to watch the nonsense and the hypocrisy and the corruption of all these politicians. But one I won't be able to watch anymore, and he was quite entertaining, even though he was only in the race for 10 days. Yay! Yay, it ain't so. Farewell campaign of Kanye 2020. We hardly knew yay. That's it for Topical Tuesday. I'll catch you tomorrow on World Wide Web Wednesday. Over and out. Bye-bye.